And welcome back to this 12th edition of BioVision Forum. And I'm very pleased to have next to me Rajendra Pachauri, which is the founder and chief mentor of POP, which is Protect Our Planet movement. You're also a former Nobel Prize, and I have to tell you that I'm very happy to have you. Please have a microphone. You were yesterday opening the session and talking about this One Health risk, One Health problematic. What is the main issue for you that we can talk about for the larger public?
Well, you see, climate change is going to have very serious impacts on human health, and that's already occurring all over the world. And if we don't do something about climate change, then over a period of time, these health risks are going to become much worse. And my concern is that the young generation of today and their children who are yet to come are going to be in very serious difficulty.
But do they realize, is that new generation realizes that there's a danger?
We have to inform them. And you know, that's
it
where
is our responsibility, you mean?
the POP movement is essentially, as we call it, youth inspired by knowledge. We have to give young people knowledge of where we are going and what inaction will lead to. And we also have to inform them about what action they should take. Because I think there are 1.8 billion people between the ages of 10 and 24 in the world. If they don't take the lead, if they don't become the leaders of their own destinies, then they're going to be in serious trouble.
Do you have examples of what we have to inform on? Because they need concrete examples. What are the dangers today?
Well, if you look at vector-borne diseases, you know, because of increase in temperatures, because of climate change, the changes in precipitation patterns, vector-borne diseases are increasing. I want to give the example of what unfortunately happened in 2003 in and around Paris when you had a heat wave and tens of thousands of people died as a result. Now, these extreme events are going to increase in intensity and frequency. So if we don't worry about all this, then young people, people who are sick, elderly people are going to be very vulnerable, and they would possibly be in danger of their lives, and they would certainly face very severe health problems as a result.
Human and animal health are linked?
Yes, of course.
How come?
Well, I mean, animal health is linked because we are a society that still eats a lot of meat protein. And one of the things that I've been saying is that you've got to eat less meat. I'm myself a vegetarian. I became a vegetarian 20 years ago.
You're a vegetarian or a vegan?
I'm a vegetarian, not
Vegetarian.
a vegan. So I still take milk and cheese and very good French cheese. I enjoy all that. But I don't eat anything that fish, chicken, beef, whatever. I don't eat any meat at all.
We should all do that? Why?
Well, I think you should eat less of it because, you know, the world today is consuming far too much meat. And that's not healthy. It's not healthy for human beings. It's not healthy for the planet. And therefore, I think we need to cut down on our meat consumption.
Why it is not healthy for the planet?
Well, because you see the emissions associated with production and consumption of meat are huge. They're enormous. The amount of water that is required is also huge. So I think if we want to make sure that our resources are not misutilized, then clearly we have to cut down on meat consumption. And we also know that it's bad for the health. There's enough research which shows that excessive meat consumption is very bad for the human anatomy.
But can we have enough proteins with vegetables?
I get enough proteins from vegetables, and if you don't believe me, I'll take you to a consultant. He's called an elephant. Where does he get his proteins from? And if you still don't believe that, I'll take you to a consultant called a horse.
The horse.
Yes. And if you still don't believe it, I'll take you to a guy called a gorilla.
The gorilla,
Yeah.
yes, Elisa.
So, you know, I think it's a myth to say that you can't get proteins from plant diets. There's plenty of protein available in plant diets.
Last question, do you think that our society is facing a huge danger but doesn't realize it?
Yes, unfortunately, there are vested interests. There are those who would like to create doubts in the minds of people, and they are only worried about their short-term profits, and they are causing a lot of, what should I say, disinformation, and we need to fight that. We need to inform the public. We need to tell them about the truth. You can't have a leader of an important country saying that climate change is a Chinese conspiracy. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is.
What kind of world are we living in the 21st century when the science is so overwhelming, when the knowledge is so clear?
So it's also a political responsibility,
It is,
right?
it's
It is.
political, it's vested interests who just want to make quick bucks, make a quick profit without worrying about what we are doing to society at large, to all the living species on this planet. So we need to change that.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It was very interesting, and we'll follow you on the POP movement, the Protect Our Planet movement. Thank you, Rajendra Pachauri. We'll
Thank you
find you
very
on this 12th edition of BioVision.
Thank
you, and stay tuned on the hashtag of BioVision. Let's have now two invitees, which are Xavier Barry and Jean Paniza. Jingle.